Now let us know what happens to the food in different parts of the digestive system. The mouth and the buccal cavity. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. We chew the food with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. Our mouth has the salivary glands which secrete saliva which converts starch into sugars. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. The food pipe or esophagus. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe. The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. The stomach. The stomach is a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened U and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe at one end and opens into the small intestine at the other. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. The acid kills many bacteria that enter along with the food and makes the medium in the stomach acidic and helps the digestive juices to act. The digestive juices break down the proteins into simpler ones. The small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled and is about 7.5 meters long. It receives secretions from the liver and the pancreas. Besides, its wall also secretes juices. The liver is a reddish-brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. It is the largest gland in the body. It secretes bile juice that is stored in a sac called the gallbladder. The bile plays an important role in the digestion of fats. The pancreas is a large cream-colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice acts on carbohydrates, fats, and proteins and changes them into simpler forms. The partially digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine, where intestinal juice completes the digestion of all components of the food. The carbohydrates get broken down into simpler sugars such as glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. Absorption in the small intestine. The digested food can now pass into the blood vessels in the wall of the intestine. This process is called absorption. The inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths. These are called villi. The villi increase the surface area for absorption of food. Each villus has a network of thin and small blood vessels close to its surface. The surface of the villi absorbs the digested food materials. The absorbed substances are then transported via the blood vessels to different organs of the body where they are used to build complex substances such as proteins required by the body. This process is called assimilation. In the cells, glucose breaks down with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is released. The food that remains undigested and unabsorbed enters into the large intestine. The large intestine. The large intestine is a wider and shorter than small intestine. It is about 1.5 meter in length. Its function is to absorb water and some salts from the undigested food materials. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. Elimination of undigested food from the body is called egestion.